Daisy King's in the kitchen with us from Miss Daisy's Kitchen in Franklin, and I think you're going to love these strawberry brownies with cream cheese frosting. They sound so delicious. Perfect for Valentine's Day, especially if you have somebody who isn't a chocoholic.
And they're so easy.
Yeah.
So we're going to see how a cake mix can turn into a wonderful brownie. And this recipe was compliments of my friend Kathy Sellers via Samira Lowe. So these girls and their children are making these for Valentine's Day to give to their teachers or whatever. So, you know, 40, 50 years of cooking, but I have to use a cake mix sometime.
It's super easy.
So I know, and this recipe says Duncan Hines.
Okay.
That's a Duncan Hines, oh please do, strawberry cake mix. And minus the pouch.
Yeah, don't tell anybody how easy this is, and they'll never know because it looks super impressive.
A third a cup of, I use Wesson oil. If you want to use canola, you may.
So what's going to make these brownies is just adjusting the oil and the eggs.
And 2 eggs.
So that it won't turn out like a cake, right?
2 eggs, and it's going to be tight and dense. And we were making them yesterday at the market, and everybody was saying, how's that going to work? And I'm like, you just watch, it does work. So once you have, well, you're mixing it with a spoon, which you may, the recipe will tell you to use a hand mixer. And so
do you want to do that, or did I do well enough?
We'll do it just a little bit.
Okay.
We'll mix it up. And as I'm mixing, show them, Meryl, how we put the parchment paper in an 8-inch square pan.
This is such a great trick, too, because it helps your brownies come out of the pan. You're using parchment paper, you're spraying it with like a food release like Pam, right?
Yes, yes, and that's what it says in the recipe, but use any food release is fine.
Okay.
So now, Meryl, you're going to like spoon this into the sprayed parchment paper, and we're going to bake this in a 325-degree oven for 15 minutes.
Okay.
And it really works at 50. Do not over bake because they'll get too chewy.
Okay.
And then after they are baked, take them out of the oven, let them sit for about 10 minutes. And the first recipe that you received is the glaze that's made with either water or milk and confectioner's sugar. Okay. All right, that's a good sample right there. Ready to go. I chose to use evaporated milk. Your recipe says 1/2 to 2 tablespoons. If you use water, use less, so you'll want to use about the 1/2 tablespoon. And then with the evaporated milk, because it's a little denser, I use 2 tablespoons. And once again, you don't heat this. Meryl, if you'll just stir that.
Okay. And this is option number 1. There's a glaze, and when you see the finished product, you'll see we've got glaze on some and a cream cheese frosting on the other. We've got the recipe for both online on the website, so you can go either way with these.
So you see how easy that is to do. And once your brownies are cooled, you'll lift the entire parchment paper with the brownie out, put it on just a table or a platter, spread your glaze and let it drizzle down the sides. And
so
then,
that's what they'll look like.
So you can see how they're drizzled here down the sides, especially on an end cut. Now I had to take it a step further because the recipe was so easy, so I said let's do a cream cheese frosting, traditional cream cheese frosting with 8 ounces of cream cheese, a stick of butter, box of powdered sugar, a little vanilla, and I chopped some fresh strawberries, Meryl, and put in there.
Oh, nice. And a little drop of red food color?
Yes, to make it pink. And so I doubled the recipe to get this size
that
in the
looks
container.
So good. Well, to tell you what, perfect Valentine treat or just for any time. I think that looks delicious. And don't tell anybody how easy it was. They'll think you just fussed all day.
Exactly.
Daisy, thanks so much. Go out and see Daisy at Miss Daisy's Kitchen over in Franklin. This is recipe number 5306. It's online now in the Talk of the Town recipes section at newschannel5.com.